Hello everyone. Today starts a series of videos covering the PvP side of Firefall and how the battle frames are balanced out right now. As some of you know already, PvP got a big patch in the past month and it really shook everything up. First off, there was a lot of effort put in by Red 5 to split the PvP from PvE. How they did this was to not have crafting affect your PvP character. Now all you have to focus on is its weapons, more abilities, and a standard PvP set of equipment. This also allowed for the merging of Tier 1 and Tier 2 frames. Red 5 has always spoken about how the battle frame tiers were not flat out better than the other, but more of a side grades that allowed for further customization. Well, now they're aiming to prove that by keeping all the tiers on the same PvP field. So while extra specialization might appeal to the competitive teams, you will not be stomped by everyone just for being a new. And I think this is a great idea. If they can actually pull off the balancing, new players will be able to hop right into PvP, learn the frame in a decently balanced environment, and see what Tier 2 frames they want to go for firsthand. And an even better idea that will help new people more was making all the Tier 1 battle frames available from the start, rather than that weird old garage system they had before. The only problem I have with this so far is that they didn't take it one step further. Let us have all battle frames available from the start. I was so happy when they said they were going to split PvP from PvE completely. This was going to boost the competitive capabilities for this game tremendously. But to not have all of the frames available from the start for PvP players is really frustrating. If I join a team and need to play something I don't have, that could take a while to farm out if I already used all of the easy tokens. But we'll see what happens. Still a long way until we even get to open beta. So let's get started. First battle frame we're going to talk about is the Accord Assault. Probably the most basic of all battle frames. I recommend this frame to all newbies in PvP. It is a very solid format based around shooting and moving. Getting used to hitting moving targets with a small splash radius, and then using your movement to avoid big damage is what you need to focus on when starting out in PvP. The Accord Assault's primary weapon is the Plasma Cannon that does 600 damage on contact and diminishing damage as you get further away from the area of effect. The alternate fire is the Shatter Shot, which is like a nice shotgun dealing 102 damage for each of the 11 rounds. The secondary weapon is the Assault Rifle, which deals 70 damage per round. Since the Plasma Cannon is so good at both close and long distances, you probably don't have to worry about the secondary weapon in most situations. Hitting those cannon shots will be key, so practice those shots as much as possible. Now for the Accord Assault's abilities. The first ability is Crater. After getting much air as you can, Crater causes your character to plummet to the ground in the direction of your focus, dealing a large area of effect damage around you. The damage varies the higher in the air you are when you use Crater. The second ability is Afterburner. This is a huge boost of energy that sends your character flying forward for a second. This is the best tool for your kit. This skill can get you in or out of battle super fast and helps keep you in perfect position for any fight. You will quickly learn to love this ability as it saves your butt or confirms a kill countless times. The third ability for the Accord Assault is Overcharge. Overcharge temporarily boosts the effectiveness of the Plasma Cannon. Unfortunately, I don't think we know exactly how it does that. It is a small boost to your damage, but that's about it. So use it whenever, and if you see an improvement, cool. But for now, it's not noticeable enough to say, wait for the perfect time to use it because it can really change a battle. And finally, we come to the ultimate ability, Shockwave. After charging up your HKM, using Shockwave sends out a massive sphere, dealing almost 700 damage to everything in its path. This ability is great for tight hallways on maps, and if you have an opportune shot on 3 or more enemies. So leading enemies around to the lower spots of the map in Shantytown or the Rig to hallways the enemy can't escape the colossal size of your shockwave, or anyone going into the ship on Sunken Harbor is just asking for it. Now, a new thing you may not know about the new battle frames is that battle frames now have a passive for each frame. In the case of the Accord Assault, the passive is that he gains bonus health back every time he picks up a health pack. Once again, securing my idea that this is the best battle frame for new people. But I guess the biggest question is this frame still competitive? Does it match up to its more advanced counterparts, the Firecat and the Tiger Claw? Luckily, it does. It still has that big afterburner, which has actually a lower cooldown than the Firecat's version. It still has a really good primary weapon and has less bullet drop for its primary weapon than the Firecat does as well. Also, the ultimate is much easier to hit with and less falling flat than the Firecat's. But Tiger Claw doesn't have afterburner, but he has a movement speed that helps his entire team. His alternate fire is pretty awesome, and his missile shot helps a lot in team fights. So, better than Tiger Claw? Maybe not. But right now, the Accord Assault is better than the Firecat, in my personal opinion. The only problem I have with the Accord Assault is that compared to the Tiger Claw, it has no support abilities. The fact that the Tiger Claw has the ability to give your entire team a speed boost multiple times just makes it 10 times better for everybody in competitive play. Maybe you'll find a use for it, but honestly, Tiger Claw wins in that respect. But that is all I have for you at this time on the Accord Assault. I hope you learned something from it and are ready to get started in Firefall PvP. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to click the like and subscribe buttons below for future content on Firefall, and I'll see you next time.